To create our Chinese dragon scales, we're going to be using line, color, value, texture, and pattern. So first we're going to start with line. We're going to use line to create texture. So pick a color, and I'm using red paper. That is the traditional Chinese New Year color. But there's also other colors that symbolize things in Chinese New Year celebrations. Like green is for harvest and gold and silver are for prosperity. So if you want to use a different color paper, that's okay. And if you just have white paper, that is okay too. So pick your paper and a color that you're going to draw the dragon scales with. First, you're going to start with some bumps and go all the way to the edge of your paper with your bumps. Then draw another row of bumps connecting to the center of the top row scales. And then continue until you hit the very bottom of the paper. So now we have some texture. It looks like there is a scaly texture. Texture is how you feel with your hands. But if you actually touch this paper, it's smooth. It just looks like it has texture. That kind of texture is called visual texture. You can see the texture, but you can't feel it. Once you're finished with your scale designs, you're going to pick colors that are similar but have different values. Value is the darkness or lightness of a color. So if you have a yellow and an orange, it's kind of a similar color, but the yellow is lighter and the orange is darker. So they have different values. So I'm going to show you how to blend these colors to make a scale design. I'm using oil pastel, but you could also try using crayons or even watercolor paint. So first you're going to start with the darker color and color 1/2 of the scales, top or bottom, whichever is fine. And then you're going to stop about halfway, but you don't want to just suddenly stop. You're going to get lighter and lighter and lighter so that it fades out from a darker color to the paper color. So you're just going to press down less and less as you go forward. And then you're going to take your lighter value color, for this one it's yellow, and then start from the opposite end. And then you're going to kind of blend and mix those colors together all the way to the bottom so that the bottom looks darker and the top looks lighter for mine. It can be the opposite. The top can be darker if you want as well. We're also going to be using patterns for this. So patterns are things that repeat. So we colored here. If I skip here, the next one I'll be coloring because it's going to be repeating color, skip, color. So now I think I will use a dark blue and a light green. They're both cool colors, so they're kind of similar, but one has a darker value, one has a lighter value. So I will skip this one, and the next one I'll start with the, oops, I forgot to switch to the darker value. Start with the darker value. And then color up or down, but get lighter and lighter and lighter with your pressure. Then switch to a lighter value. Start from the opposite end. And then mix your colors all the way to the bottom. So now it looks like it's getting darker to lighter or lighter to darker. Now I think I will do purple and a magenta. The darker value will be purple, lighter value will be magenta. And I colored this one, so I'm going to continue my pattern, skip, and I'm going to color this one. Starting with the darker value, I'll start at the bottom. Press down less and less so that it gets lighter, about halfway. Switch to the lighter value. Start at the top of my scale. And then blend all the way so that the colors mix together. So you're going to repeat that with your pattern. Color, not color, color, not color, color, not color, color, and so forth until you hit the bottom. Once we're finished with our line, color, value, and pattern design, we're going to add some gold or silver. Gold and silver are colors that are thought to be good luck for Chinese New Year, and we're going to add some. I'm using gold paint, which if you have some, you're welcome to use, or any other gold drawing tools that you might have. If you don't have anything gold or silver, there's things around your house that you could use. Like if you have gold stickers, you can put them on. If you have tin foil, you can cut those out and glue it on. Or wrapping paper, something that has something shiny on it would work really good for our Chinese dragon scales. So I'm using paint, I'm just dipping it in. And you can decide how you're going to add designs to your scales. I think I will do some extra lines inside of my empty scales. You could paint or decorate on top of your already colored ones if you want to. It is all up to you. So here's my finished Chinese dragon scale designs with texture. So when you're finished, I would like you to make sure you take a picture and send it to me. What I'm going to do is I will take everybody's picture and put it together to make one big Chinese dragon and put a dragon head on it, and I will send it to all of the families. So when you take a picture, make sure that it's zoomed in to just your design and none of the table showing. We don't want the table to be a part of our finished dragon, so make sure it's cropped to the edges.